Shalom, family. You know, we all want to keep in mind a very special event that's happening this very month on Tuesday, April 4th, 2023, which is Nisan 14. And here we're looking at the new moon visible over Jerusalem. Now we know that the month of Nisan, we know that the Jewish days ran from sunset to sunset. Each day began with sunset to sunset. And the month of Nisan began when the new moon appeared after the spring equinox. But not only when the new moon appeared, but when the new moon was visible in Jerusalem. And then Nisan 14 was determined by counting 14 days after that. And it's interesting, family, when we look at the scriptures, we take a look at, in the King James Bible, we look in Hebrews chapter 10, verses 5 through 8, where Paul, who was a Benjamite, and he later became a disciple of Yeshua. But notice Paul, he was well versed in the scriptures. He was taught by Gamaliel. And so Saul, who became Paul, notice what he said in verse 5, Hebrews chapter 10, he says, "Wherefore, when he cometh into the world, he saith, Sacrifice and offering thou wouldst not, but a body hast thou prepared me. In burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin, thou hast now no pleasure. Then I said, Lo, I come. In the volume of the book it is written of me, to do thy will, O God." Well, we know that Saul, or Paul, the Benjamite, who later followed Yeshua until his very death, he was quoting from the Greek Septuagint. And let's read the Greek Septuagint, chapter 39, verse 6. "Sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared me. Whole burnt offering and sacrifice for sin thou didst not require. Then I said, Behold, I come. In the volume of the book it is written concerning me. I desire to do thy will, O my God, and thy law in the midst of mine heart." So we see here that Saul, or Paul, the Benjamite, who later followed Yeshua, he was quoting from the Greek Septuagint. And notice there he said that sacrifice and gift offering, Yehovah did not want that. And so Yehovah's servant, the psalm was a prophecy about the coming one, about the Mashiach. And it said that he had a body prepared for him, a body prepared for me. And that was Yeshua, y'all. So Nisan 14, that is Tuesday at sundown, April 4th, 2023. So, family, we want to remember that, because that is what's going to be happening this month, Tuesday, April 4th, 2023, where Mashiach, a body was prepared for him, because sin and burnt offering, Yehovah didn't want that anymore. And so Mashiach was sent down to earth to accomplish his purpose, was sacrificed on Nisan 14, not on a cross, not on Tammuz, but on an upright stake for parts of 3 days. And we'll be doing a video later about the cross and how that is a pagan symbol. That's not even a part of Yehovah's arrangement. So, family, I just wanted to share these thoughts with you today. So keep in mind, Nisan 14 this year, Tuesday, evening will we be celebrating, many will be celebrating the Passover of the Exodus, back when the Israelites were coming out of Egypt. But Yeshua, when he came down to accomplish his mission with the body that had been prepared for him, or as the Hebrew scripture says, that he opened up his ears, which means the same thing. He was preparing a body for him. He opened up his ears. He came down, he accomplished his mission, and he gave up his life to take away that curse of the law. Because as it said there in the Septuagint, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not. Whole burnt offering and sacrifice for sin thou didst not require. Or as the King James says, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared me. Burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin thou hast had no pleasure. But he came to do Jehovah's will. And that is exactly what he did. So family, let's keep that in mind. Y'all be safe.